Okay, this is the last video on chapter 1. After this, we're moving to the next chapter. So let's solve the questions one by one. Okay. Question number 1. The least number that is divisible by all the numbers from 1 to 10, both included. So it's very simple. You just the least number, which means what? LCM now. So just take LCM of 1 to 10 completely. See, whenever you're taking LCM, you have to be able to divide at least two things, otherwise you stop. But until you can divide two things, you go on. Okay, so let's say, for example, right now I can divide a lot of things by a lot of numbers. So let's start by 2. 2 ones are 2. I can't divide 3, so 3 just comes down. 2 to the 4, 5 just comes down. 2 3 the 6, 7 comes down. 2 4 the 8, 9, 2 5 the 10. And then next, let's do it by 3. 1 1, 3 1 are 3, 2 comes down, 5 comes down, 3 1 are 3, 7. Can't do 3 3 the 9, 5. Let's do by 2 or 5, whatever. Let's do it by 5. 1 1 1 2, 5 ones are 5. It doesn't matter if you do it by 2 or 5. Okay, actually, as long as you can do two, like at least two things you have to do. So I'm doing it by 2 again because there's a 2 here. So this 2 2 is a 4, 3 1. Now both 7 3 and 2 are prime numbers, and I cannot divide any of those by the same number, so I'm gonna stop here. So I'm gonna multiply all these. 1 are rubbish. Now 1 and 1 is equal, so I'm gonna multiply all this stuff along with this 3. So whenever you see this kind of prime factorization, which is like rather long, what you're gonna do is you're gonna multiply the 5 into 2 first. Wherever you see 5 into 2, just multiply those 2 first, keep it aside. Okay, and then remaining, try to multiply it. So 3 to the 6, 6 7s are 21. 21 into 3 to the 6. 6 1 6, 6 to the 12. 3 to the 6, 6 7s, oh I mean 42. Sorry, 6 7s are 42. 6 2 is 12, 2 1 6 14 14 5 25 6 now, and then 10 is remaining, so you put the 10 0. So 2 5 2 0 should be the answer. 2 5 2 0. Got it? Now let's try the next one. The ratio of LCM and HCF of the least composite and the least prime is. So we first have to find the LCM of the. So let's first let's write what is the least composite number. The least number which is divisible by at least something, which is 4, right? Because yeah, 4. And the least prime will be 2, and 1 is not considered a prime or nor composite. Okay, so you have to think of 2 and 4 only. So LCM of 2 and 4 is 4, yes, and then HCF of 2 and 4 is 2. So they're asking us to find the ratio, which means this. So you can divide 2 2s are 2 1s are, so 2 is to 1. Ratio means division. Okay, so this is the least prime and this is the least composite. Now we find the LCM of these two. LCM of these two is 4. HCF of these two is 2. Highest number they can divide both, right? And then they're asking us to divide the LCM and HCF. Ratio means division. So 4 by 2. So 2 2s are 2 1s are, which means 2 is to 1. So that's your correct answer. Got it? Okay, let's try the next one. Find the sum of two numbers. If the sum of two numbers is 1 2 1 5 and the HCF is 81. So excuse me. These kind of questions, for you to understand, you have to properly understand what is HCF. Okay, HCF literally means the highest number which can divide two numbers. Yes, so there are two numbers, let's say A and B. Okay, A and B, and the HCF, which means the highest number that can divide these two, is 81. So 81. Okay, so they're saying, and the sum of these two numbers is 1 2 1 5. So if 81 is the highest number that can divide both of these, so can I write A as 81 into another number, like suppose x? 81 into x will become A. Got it? Because 81 is the highest number that can divide both A and B. So even B, I can write 81 into something else, y. That way, it means that B is a multiple of 81, A is also a multiple of 81. Right? If I write x, it will become same only. So it has to be different, x, y. So 81 into x can be written as A, 81 into y can be written as B. Why? Because 81 is a multiple of both, for both cases, because they're saying 81 is the HCF, the highest number that can divide both A and B, which means 81 for both A and B, 81 is a common factor, right? So they both should be multiple of 81. So A we can write as 81 into x, B we can write as 81 into y. Okay, so equal to 1 2 1 5. From here we can take 81 common, which means x and y are such that no common factor can be taken out anymore, because they're saying the highest common factor is 81, which means other than 81 you cannot take anything common anymore other than 1, right? So x and y are co-prime. Co-prime literally means like they don't have any common factors anymore. Okay, so if you cut this, 9 9s are 81, 9 1s are 9, 3 9 3 are 27, 9 5s are 45, 9 1s are 9, 9 1s are 9, 9 5s are 45. So we're getting x plus y equal to 15. This much we got. Now they're asking the possible number of pairs of such numbers are. So what are the possible values of x and y? How many possible values are there for x and y? So let's try, because they're saying something plus something is 15, right? And we're talking about positive numbers here. So 1 plus 14 is 15. That's one way to look at it. 2 plus 13, 3 plus 12, right? 4 5 6 7, so on it'll go. 12 11 10 9 8 15 15 15, everything will be 15. But see, after this step the next one will be 5 6 7 8 वापस आ जाएगा और ये तो decrease में जाएगा, मतलब 14 13 12 11 10 9 8 7 आ जाएगा ना. But this and this is exactly the same. 7 plus 8, 8 plus 7 doesn't matter, because they never mentioned which one is bigger or smaller. So we'll stop it here only, because after this everything will repeat itself. Okay, next will be 9 plus 6, but 9 plus 6 is here. Next will be 5. That's what I'm saying, it'll just go repeating itself, right? So we'll stop it here. Now the condition was what? 81 was the highest common factor, which means there's no other common factor anymore. So if you look closely, 8 and 7 has no common factor, so this can be one of the values. 6 and 9 has 3 as the common factor, so we cannot take that. This also 5 as a common. Excuse me. 5 common factor, we cannot take that. 4 11 no common factor, we can take this. 3 common factor, we cannot take that. We can take this. So 1 2 3 4. There are 4 possible outcomes. So 4. So 4 possible outcomes. Question number 4. Okay, the decimal, I hope you understood this. The decimal expansion of 7 by this, let's do it here now. 7 by this will generate after how many places of decimal? Yeah, I'll choose there. Well, this okay, so this is a question which you already know how to do it, so I'm gonna do it really fast. And I'm not gonna talk that much, because every time feel like coughing up. Eight, because if I do this, it will come 10 to the power 8, and no matter what result it may be here, they will be after the point we have to go 8 places because 10 to the power 8 does it. So you can literally take the highest one. Okay. Let's try this. 2, 6, 2, 5. Okay, I think we can cut this. No, why? Because this is not a prime number. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is divisible by 3. Let's check this also. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Yeah, this was divisible by 3. So 3, 7, 6, 21. Seven. Another 14. Yes. So 1, 7, 1, 7, 14, 5, 5. Okay. That made our job way easier. 2, 5 will be 5 to the power. So it will terminate. So terminating. The correct answer. Okay. That's it. And that's over for chapter 1. We will immediately start the next chapter, even if you have your periodic test or not.